Hey guys, it's Les with the Les Walden Real Estate team. And the other day I was having a conversation with a friend slash client, we've sold several properties to and for them, about selling his primary residence. He and his wife have become empty nesters and their home is just way too big for them right now, so they were considering selling because they just didn't need it. During that conversation, we discussed that they were going to have quite a large capital gain on the property. They've been there for 10 plus years, and so you can imagine the gain that they were going to realize. He had heard of the exemption of capital gain on your primary residence, but wasn't really sure how it worked and if there were special rules and what he needed to do. So during that conversation, I explained to him the rules and how it worked, and as it turns out, he's going to save a lot of money on this capital gain exemption, which is now playing into his thought process of when and how they sell their primary residence. So the rules are the things you need to know about the exemption of capital gains on the sale of your primary residence. Well, the first thing is you have to meet and pass the ownership and use test. That means that this property has to have been your primary residence for at least 2 of the last 5 years, and you cannot have sold another primary residence during those 2 years. You also have to report the sale. So you should get a 1099-S form, and you can report the sale even if the amount of gain is an exemptable amount. Or if you made more than the exemptable amount on that sale of primary residence, you still need to report the gain, and there can be some deductions up to that exemptable amount. So what are the exemptable amounts? Well, if you're single and file your tax return by yourself, it's up to $250,000 in gain. Not what you sell the house for, but in gain. And if you're married and file a joint tax return, you can exempt up to $500,000 in gain, or $250,000 per person. Those are the general rules for exempting your capital gain on the sale of your primary residence. It's an awesome thing to know about so that you can figure that into your thinking process about selling your primary residence.